it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in. We're gonna talk about what's going on in town. You never know who's gonna come around on the Mark and Cindy show. Well, it's Mark and Cindy on the radio.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mark and Cindy Show. We're here in downtown Conroe at the Lone Star Internet Radio Station studio. It is just a fabulous day out there, and our show, even if it wasn't, I would tell you it's going to be fabulous, and it will be. Beautiful outside and all. We've got a great guest.
Yes.
Cindy,
We have Eva Selleman. I like to say it the way she says it. Eva Selleman is the director at the Homeless Service Center in not downtown Conroe. She is now she's on 105 and right between Angelic Resale and the Dollar General. Is that correct?
That's where the guy with the sign is.
Yes, yeah, Michael. We know him well. And so she's going to be with us, and this lady has, her background we could spend a whole show on, but what she wants to talk about is the agency, what impact they've had on this Conroe and the Montgomery County area. And also we have another special guest will be coming up is Robert, who volunteers every day. He's there, and he's going to tell us why he's there every day. And a lot of people are kind of skittish about, they don't know what to, how can I help? How can I help people who are homeless? And there's a lot of skepticism about doing that, but she's going to break that all down for us in our next segment. But this beautiful morning is out here, and I know that you are itching to say something about something, right?
Always. No, I was going to say before Eva leaves, Eva, she's Swedish.
She's Swedish, yes.
Swedish. We need to have her do a promo she could be Ava Kabor or anybody. One of the ABBA.
She could.
One of the ABBA. I don't know what that means.
She really could.
But she could be herself. That'd be great. Because her accent is just adorable, as she is also. But yes, so much stuff is happening. Yes.
Why didn't y'all tell me that my blouse was unbuttoned?
You
got upset the other time, weeks ago when you said, nobody told me that my shirt was not buttoned correctly.
I knew, but I didn't want to tell you. But Cindy, let me tell you this. I want to show you something that I am so proud of, I could almost weep.
Okay. Is that a
That's
cover
my
for your
carrying
phone?
case. Cindy called because she was running late, and so was I this morning. And normally I would look in my glove compartment or under the car seat or whatever because I can never find my phone. And Kay ordered me this online from some place Amazon deals with. And my phone goes in. It's too skinny for my phone. But when you called,
it takes you
I
too
said,
long.
oh, what am I going to do? And I reached in, and it actually pulled out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could see this,
that's just amazing.
It's amazing. And this is just a touch of the interesting things we discuss on this show.
Well, and sometimes we seem like we're kind of behind the times.
Yeah.
And this is a new toy for Mark, but everybody else goes like, well, we on a clock now. And so we were so proud of you, Mark.
Yes.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
Did you know?
Malaysia Flight 370 is still missing.
Well, did you see how upset they were? Because they're as jaded as everybody is about when they have these spottings and they think that's it and they've got it. And everybody, they still haven't gotten there yet, and there's no confirmation yet on that. And these people are going crazy. I feel so bad for the families of this airplane. And here's what this gets me, though. Is that they still, with all this, still not exactly sure. We don't have a receipt for it like Richard wants, and it's not there. And they've got, CNN comes up and puts up this, the bodies are 11,000 feet below the water now. They're speculating where the bodies are, that they've sunk to the 11,000 feet. Just amazing.
Cindy,
to me.
do you or many of our listeners out there remember when the King of Spain, what, Fernando Marcos or?
Fernando sounds familiar.
It was Fernando something. Anyway, it was pretty much like this Malaysian flight. This guy was close to death, and they kept reporting on the news. So-and-so's still with us. And anyway, he did die, and they kept, we all will at some point. But right. Saturday Night Live kept it going for I don't know how long on their news thing. They said, Fernando Marcos is still dead. And it was just where the news goes not ballistic,
Right.
but they just go in a frenzy, and that's pretty much what's happening now. It's a very unfortunate situation.
It is I feel so bad for the families, but the way what we comment on is the way that the news is handling it. That's right.
Exactly.
And we still
Yeah.
feel and pray for those families' comfort, because I just don't know what it'd be like to go through what they're going through. The oil spill is being cleaned up. I just want to make sure everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's kind of been hidden by some of the things that are going on, but they did spill 158,000 gallons.
What is so, to me, fascinating about the oil industry, and I love them dearly, what would we do without them? But even before the oil spill, they shot the price of gas up 20 cents overnight. Every station. Why? I don't know. And all of a sudden, this oil spill hits. And now they've got to shoot it up again just because they can.
No,
And,
because of the Vladimir is being a bad boy.
that's why they did it.
That they said speculation was fearful that he would stop giving oil to the UK. I mean, why does that make the oil that was, the gas that was already in the ground, they pumped in there, went up 30 cents. I don't get that at all.
That's the
and now
thing.
they've got another use because we have an oil spill now. They could probably
That's it.
shoot it up some
Refineries are
more.
in
So
trouble.
we're gonna watch that, and we do try and tell people when the gas prices do come down where they can go, and usually it's my Valero, but they've just joined the gang and everybody's raised the
I don't know how they know let's each do 20 cents or whatever.
yeah,
and
it
they do
becomes liquid gold, and there it is. So anyway, I just wanted to
all
get
of the
upset about
gasoline or the petroleum that's being bought now is
Yeah.
you buy it on futures. In other words, I want to buy the gasoline we're using now was purchased 2 years ago from different
Right.
companies, and so there is a glut now. But it's not. It doesn't matter. Something happens. Let's instantly raise the price.
Right.
Why?
Well,
Because
it's like
we can.
when there's a holiday. The holiday comes up, and then it goes up right for the holiday.
Why would you not charge more if you're going to pay? If you know their customer's going to pay?
That's exactly
That's- you're
that's
right.
the free
It'll-
enterprise.
if we start
Should
getting
we
a
have such a
bicycle-
system? That's
Yes.
the question in its
Yes.
entirely in its entirety.
But it doesn't make sense in Texas. Not in Texas.
That's true.
We should not ever have higher prices
Is it
than
because
anybody else.
we need
Natural
more public
gas?
transportation? Is that what you're trying to say, Cindy?
No, we need horses, more horses. That's what we need. I
Do
think
you
that's
know
it.
why we have higher prices on stuff, gasoline, but mostly natural gas? This is fascinating, people. I realize that. In the state of Texas, we're paying as much as people in actually, we're paying more than people in Boston and all that get natural gas from Texas, because the minute we send it across state lines, it is then regulated, and there are cost limitations, but not in Texas. You can charge us anything you want if it's sold in Texas, and that's why we do pay a little more. It's Texas.
We also do pay
Style?
a little
Is
less in
that
other
it?
areas. Too.
In other areas, we can, Dick.
do things
we
better.
really
It's
can.
a full circle. It's
But
okay.
it's for the most part in Houston. When you're looking at Houston and all, they're the ones that are paying more than in many areas. And Dallas.
Well, speaking of Texas and Texas Longhorns,
That's exactly
but that
what was coming
always
next.
goes right in. I was talking to Mark on the phone yesterday. I did one of those calls that I didn't mean to do, and I said, "I'm so sorry I called you. I didn't mean to, but I've got a cow in the middle of the road. I've got to try and figure out how to get it out of the way so that we can go buy it." It was our neighbor's cow, and the little thing was out eating grass on the other side of the fence, and so I put the car so it wouldn't go across the road, and I was trying to hurt it with the car. That was really interesting.
That is interesting.
But the kids were so excited, and I said, "Well, let's go drive down and tell the owner." So we're driving down there, and he sees the cow, and he says, "We'll get that cow. So we'll need your help. We'll need the help of Samuel and Cindy." He's so sweet, and he says, "Could y'all help me?" So they went and got a bucket of these pellets that they eat, and so they took it down there, and we actually got it herded back in there, and they got to go in, and he brought them in and let them feed the cows, let them there was a little baby calf, and let them this big bottle. I mean, only
Isn't
in
it?
Willis
Only
can you
in
do
America
that. Don't ask
can-
Eva because she cannot say Willis.
Willis.
She says
Willis.
Willis.
I have
And
trouble, too.
yeah, she's been working on it though all week. I
That's
know.
not the first time you've called me like that. I just don't tell you. She can sit down on her phone or something, and it dials me. And she calls and says, because I called her back. I said, "Cindy, what's happening?" And she said, well, I've got a cow in the road. And I said, oh, yeah, I see.
I
And
try and make it like I meant to do that.
so I
meant
went
to do that.
back on my phone to read the message, and it was, I don't know what are we wanting? Do you think we should do something? Anyway, she was with her grandkids.
So it was recording?
It was recording what you were saying.
See, now that scares me more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
That happens, and that you're so afraid you're going to send
It was
back a
something
message.
about, and I'll dump Mark in a minute. If he ever says, anyway, it was
That's
fascinating.
like, don't say anything bad about the person we just called or that just called us, because we don't want to have any kind of any bad things happen to them. But that's kind of what happened yesterday, and I thought, we're so lucky to live in Texas and you live in a house and one door over is Longhorns, and these guys got these are the ones that you go to the zoo to go stare at, and then
Cindy doesn't have to.
No, we have Shetland ponies and down the other side of the street. So when people come over and the kids have friends over, we get on the golf cart and we can do like a whole zoo thing down our street.
She's got a golf cart.
I have a golf cart. I do want to say that. I said that yesterday, too.
You did. You're really pushing the golf cart.
It's sad. We only have 5 acres. I have a golf
the
cart.
golf
So I
cart
can
and
get around. It's too hard to get
John
around
Deere
that place.
tractor and the whole electric fence.
I know. We are really in a farm-like area in our house. No, ours is the only one that really doesn't have anything to do with animals in the whole neighborhood.
area.
I'm allergic.
One thing I like about your house is your front porch. Beautiful. You can sit out there, and of
it
course the
is.
sun sets in the west. And
No, there's a porch where the sun sets, and on
The
the
back
other
is a
side,
porch.
the east is a porch where the sun rises,
Oh, man.
and it's all way too bright. You have to wait till it gets up a little bit because you
Yeah, it'll kill you.
can't enjoy it too much.
So why don't you design your house to be self-sufficient with energy there? You got windmill possibilities.
We do have, we do have, the guy next
wondering.
door to us has all the panels. He got all the panels to do that. That scares me, though. It's just like, what if there's a lot of cloudy days and
there will
what
come a
happens?
time we can do
Oh, it
that.
stores up the energy.
But right now, they say at the cost of doing it, the only way you would recoup your money would be, decades from now. But you would be helping the environment. That's right. If you had a lot of money to flush, do that thing. I would think.
But also, if you plan on the home being your
wait.
family's home forever, why not?
I hadn't thought that.
Forever.
Since I'm childless, I don't think about it that much, but maybe I should.
I hate
right.
when you say I'm childless.
Yes.
And
ladies and gentlemen-
I'll move into your house,
Dick,
Mark.
that would be a good reason to invest.
I'll just start
why don't
hanging
you
out
adopt
there.
Richard?
Boy,
I feel like you need someone to take care of you because you keep hurting your toes.
I know. And I think I've got gallstones, but let's don't talk
Oh,
about it
here
now.
we go.
By the way, when we come back
We can
from
do
these few
gallstone
words,
week.
you people are going to learn so much and feel a greater appreciation for the things you can do and
have. That's right.
and have.
We are
Yeah.
so blessed here. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show on Lone Star Internet Radio, and we'll be right back with our special guest, Ava Selleman.
show.
See, I keep calling her Selleman.
Hey, we haven't
Selleman,
even got
Ava Selleman.
Shishler down yet.
That's right.
Catholic girls start much too late. All the sooner or later it comes down to fate. I might as well will be the one. Well, they showed you a statue, told you.
Did you know there are over 800 abused children in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Susan, a volunteer with CASA Child Advocates of Montgomery County. April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. CASA Child Advocates trains and supports volunteers to be the voice of children who have been removed from their home because of abuse or neglect. We need volunteers just like you to speak up for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CASASpeaksForKids.com or call 936-441-5437.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System. Discover all that Lone Star College Montgomery offers at Maverick Mania Open House, coming to Lone Star College Montgomery on Tuesday, April 1st from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Take a campus tour, visit with representatives from every academic program, and get your admissions and financial aid questions answered. There will even be information on the academic and workforce programs offered at Lone Star College Conroe Center. Those who pre-register online and then attend the event will be eligible for a prize drawing for free tuition for the fall semester. So plan now to attend Maverick Mania at Lone Star College Montgomery on Tuesday, April 1st. All the details are online at lonestar.edu/openhouse-Montgomery. I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System.
They never told you the price that you pay for things that you might have done. Only the good die young. That's what I said.
Only the good die young. Are they saving it for, I mean, here we are old and we're still here. What does that mean?
That's scary to me.
I
I
know.
tell you,
I don't understand.
I'm just trying to
it.
send y'all a message.
I need to sober up. Dick's saying you guys need to get here on time, is what he's saying.
That's true. We do.
Boy.
Okay, you're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show. At least we're not saying the late Mark and Cindy Show.
Well,
We are here.
give it time.
That's right. We're here at Lone Star Internet Radio, right off of Main Street in Conroe. And I love being able to tell people, yes, we broadcast out of downtown Conroe. And they go, what? They broadcast?
Yeah,
Yes. It's on the internet, but you could, that way everybody, even in Sweden, they could be hearing your voice right now. Did you tell anybody?
I did not, but I
Well, thank you, Ava.
She wanted to first hear what this
That's
sounded like,
true.
right?
Censor this thing.
Welcome, Ava. So glad that you're here. So happy that you're here. Ava is the director of the Homeless Service Center in Conroe, but you service all of Montgomery County, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so I heard about her through when I was doing the Dream Center, and someone told me you have to meet Ava. You have to meet her, and I went over to her house, and everything was everywhere, and everybody's helping her, and she is in a constant state of moving things around, and people give her things, and she gives back, gives them to the people that may need them. And you are an amazing person. Okay. And you've got a lot of things coming up that we need to talk about. So, Ava, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Before you tell what's coming up, could you tell us something, how you got involved and what it is that you're doing?
The Homeless Service Center.
Yes.
I was 19 years here in the Woodlands as a youth pastor.
Oh, cool.
So
where?
I was at Lord of Life for 14 and at the Woodlands Presbyterian for 5. And I just felt really called by God to do this. Mm-hmm. A homeless man was staying at the church, and everybody called him Eva's homeless. I don't know why, but I started to serve breakfast 4 years ago at the House of Prayers. And there was a lot of things that happened in my life, and I really, really felt called to help the homeless. And I love doing it.
So you started this organization on your own?
No, it's a friend of mine who saw a homeless man die. His name is Dick Alexander. He has Global Shop in the Woodlands, and they support us big time. Okay, so we don't have any grants or anything. It's private donations. Oh.
And that's why there is a party coming up, the Kentucky Derby. If you can't make it to Kentucky this year,
Here's
a
I'm
place.
not. The
Here's a place
Preakness,
you can
I'm
go.
there.
Okay, but this is a place you can go. The Kentucky Derby party that they have is where you pay a fee, and it's $100 a ticket, and you go in and you have the most exquisite dining experience, and then you get to wear your big hat and get to sit and watch the Kentucky Derby being satellite in. It's amazing because I never thought I could ever get to the Kentucky Derby, but I always wanted to wear one of those big hats. So many women think that is the coolest thing. I don't care how ridiculous you guys may think that looks.
Does it sponsor you every year, or does it take different?
Yes, we have had it for 4 years, and it is at Bella Rose Mansion. It's
Bella Rose Mansion.
Yes, it's all Conroe Road, and it's a great party. amazing music, and then we have testimonials. So you will learn about the organization.
I have seen, I mean, it's advertised in the newspaper real big, and I've seen it, and it never registered who are they supporting. And now I know, and I'm with the lady that's helping out.
And you
I am
have all
very
that fun,
impressed.
all that, the $100, you know, you get all that going for you, but you're going to be, that money is going to be going to help this agency that does so many things. In fact, today only, they have free eye screening tests today. Free eye screening test.
That's hard to say.
It's an eye screening test today. And so anyone could go in and have their eyes screened.
Yeah,
But
thank
you can do an eye
I
test.
thought I'd help you there.
Yeah, thank you. And that's like just one of the services. They have so many. They have classes. You do so much for getting people jobs.
We have a week-long getting ready for work class, and that starts on Thursday. And after that, people get job coaches. Not couches, coaches.
Very good. You said it right.
And they keep in touch with them for 6 months and try to get them back to the workforce. We are all about making people self-sufficient so they can be ready to take part of the society in a good way.
I think that's what is the most encouraging for people who want to give to something that will help people. They may not have the time to do it, or they may not have the, I can't help people. I get so afraid. I don't know what to say or what to do and all that. But you can give your money to the people that do know how to do this and handle this. And just trainloads of people it's just coming in, and we need
That was one
exciting.
of my questions. And I know it's difficult to determine this, but do you know how many homeless in Montgomery County or Conroe?
That is very, very hard to say, but we serve 3,000 people a year. It's going up though. 3,000. We don't have a sign. It's by people are told where we are. It's amazing stories. I think homelessness can happen to any of us.
Goodness,
Of course,
yes.
of course.
So, and some people only need 1 or 2 services. We can point them in the right direction. I have so many stories, and lots of people that are back in society.
But Ava, what you guys do is you follow up. And this is like a lot of agencies will give you a hot meal or something like that, but you guys will follow up and stay with someone. And to be able to stay with them for 6 months is amazing, because most agencies do not have that follow through. And this way you make sure that they're in for good and that they can be able to get back into society. So I think that sets you apart. And I know it's because you have a big heart that you want to make sure that they do that. But you are just amazing. I sit there and listen to the things that go on in there, and she is constantly helping someone. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to interview her at the place, and people are coming in, and she'll introduce you to this, her best friend of her life, and she takes them and gives them to the right person and say, this person's going to take care of you, and you're going to fill out this form, and we're going to make sure you get a job today. And she's just like on it, and it's so exciting to be there. You're just uplifted just walking in the door and listening to all the conversations that are going on in there.
I'm not by myself at the center. I have some amazing colleagues, and that's Renee, Kelly, and Joan. They have been there for quite a while, and they're amazing. I always say in the staff meeting that we want to greet and meet people so they feel welcome, and just go out and make sure they feel that they came to the right place. Because I think some homeless people, they are so depressed,
right,
and they don't see anyone smiling to them ever.
And that's a hard thing to do, is just to walk in the door for them. So and we know that from other agencies we talked to, is that we have so many homeless that live in the woods, and that's why they're not accounted for. We don't know where they are, and even servicemen that are coming back into trying to get back into society, and they don't have a way. They don't have money. They don't have an idea of even how to get in here. And then they don't feel like they deserve it. That's what just got me, was that we have servicemen coming back in this situation, don't have a home, don't have a place to go, and they feel like they don't deserve it anyway. And their pride always would get in the way of them coming and asking somebody for help. And so I think that's that's an important part of what you do.
And sometimes we find somebody in the parking lot and they don't come in, and you have to talk them in, say, come in and just talk to us. And I had a young girl saying, no, nobody will listen and I can't get help anywhere. And now this fabulous place, Angel Reach, took her in. So she came to us, and I had to say that I have food. And then she came with me, and then we could place her in a safe place. She'd been on the street since she was 14.
Good.
Is there's a facility there for them to stay for a while, or?
No, we placed them in Salvation Army, which
Oh,
is
okay.
a great place. But they are often full, so we are
Right.
very excited about them expanding.
Oh,
we
good.
need
Yeah,
more.
the Salvation Army is expanding. And when I was over there last time, when we interviewed someone there, and they said that they were getting ready to expand, it's just so many coming.
One of the problems I see just directly the other day is transportation for these people. You can say you got a job or whatever, but how do I get there?
It's very hard. I have an example. I'm married to a saint, 43 years.
I'm sure that goes both ways.
And then this morning he drove down to Katy with somebody who was going to orientation. She has a job here in Conroe, and she's going to make $7.30, but she needed to go down to
The orientation.
and she had to be there at 7 o'clock this morning, and it was 2 hours drive. So my husband took her down there, and then he's going to pick her up and bring her back because he works downtown. But I mean,
Right.
He is a saint.
I know.
I was in Kroger. This was a while back, and I mentioned it, and I don't want to steal your time. But this lady, I'm getting out of the car, and she comes up and says, can you help me? I need to go to Montgomery. And she was a homeless lady who needed to go there to pick up a check. She had worked for these people, got there by another ride, and then I drove her back to the Salvation Army area. And my thought was, I take that for granted so much. Oh, yeah, I need to go there. I'm going. And every day I need to find a place to ride. I need to find a place to go to the restroom. I need to figure this out. Oh, my gosh, the work you're doing is...
You will hear Robert because he's a volunteer that takes people places. But that's a big problem. I see that Salvation Army is ready because they have built a bus stop in front of... Because they're hoping that we get buses soon. We do need transportation, big time.
Right. That is, well, I think that what you have coming up, the things that are coming up that will help, where people can get something of great value and be able to still give to such a worthy cause. The rummage sale that's coming up, that's going to be coming up on the 29th. Is that correct?
Yes, this coming Saturday, we have a rummage sale at the Woodlands Community Presbyterian Church. It's off West Panther Creek.
Right.
3801 West Panther Creek. It's an amazing sale.
And you won't forget that.
And when is it? It's this weekend?
Yes, and we love donations, and all the money goes to the Homeless Service Center.
And Ava knows everybody. Ava knows everybody. So the people that she knows in upper echelon will give her things out of their house. So you could be providing furniture for the homeless, and you will not believe what the rummage sale has there. I mean, it'll surprise
and we
you.
will
You won't
be
believe it.
back in just a moment with more.
Only the good die young. Whoa, 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 whoa. I tell you, only the good die young. Only the good.
Howdy, folks. Cable Smith, host of the Lone Star Outdoors Show, inviting you to join me Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 on Lone Star Internet Radio for Texas' premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor talk show. So pour yourself another cup of coffee and pull up that stool a little closer to the old campfire, because if you can catch it or kill it in Texas, we're going to talk about it. That's right. Bucks and ducks, gobblers, monster bass, redfish, trout, and a whole lot more. Plus, you never know what outdoor celebrity is going to drop by, from Phil the Duck Commander Robertson to fishing legend Bill Dance or everybody's favorite uncle Ted Nugent. Heck, we might even mix in an interview and hear some brand spanking new Texas music from one of your favorite Texas musicians like Robert Earl Keen, Brandon Ryder, or the honky-tonk kid himself, Aaron Watson. Loved or hated but never ignored, it's the Lone Star Outdoors Show with me, Cable Smith, Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 right here on Lone Star Internet Radio on irlonestar.com.
Conroe Live is a nonprofit entity whose purpose is for the enhancement of the arts, entertainment, and historical values in historic downtown Conroe. Recent programs include centennial celebrations for several buildings reconstructed after the Great Fire of 1911, the upcoming Historicade celebrating the history of downtown area, an art bench program consisting of 13 art benches depicting history, Chalk Up Conroe, a program benefiting cancer programs using sidewalk chalk, a tree planting program along the railroad tracks along the historical areas in the downtown, and generation of approximately $250,000 for the Owen Theater for improvements. Future projects include downtown historical markers, a pedestrian mall on Simonton Street, walking history programs, and more. For information, visit their website at www.conroelivinc.org.
And welcome back to the Mark and Cindy Show. It is Tuesday, and it's just March the 25th, right?
Yeah.
It is March 25th. And so we've been talking to Ava Selleman and from the Homeless Service Center, and she's been telling us about all the things that are coming up and the good that this center has done. And one of the recipients and volunteers there is Robert Mcalister. Mcalister, right?
Right.
Robert Mcalister. And he is there every day volunteering. And if you could tell us, like, why would you go there and volunteer every day at this place?
If I know a lot of people don't understand what these ladies do. The amount of help that they give people. I mean, there are times that I go and I help a homeless couple or our family, and we'll put them in a home, and at 10 o'clock in the morning they have nothing. They came with nothing, and by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, after being there with volunteers and other people helping me, they have a new beginning. They have dishes, they have silverware, they have towels, things that we take for granted basically every day, like you were saying earlier. I've once said before, when you're homeless and you're living in the woods, you can't go to the local tree and turn on the lights.
Mm-hmm.
And we take that for granted every day. We get up in the morning and we just turn on the lights, and we don't understand that homeless people don't get to do those kind of things. It's the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little girl and her daddy, and the little girl's going blind. And I took them some furniture. And Miss Renee, who works also at the center, she had bought the little girl, the comforter and the sheets and pillowcases and everything. It was a whole set, and it had peace sign on it. And I gave it to her, and she got so giddy and so excited, and she was like, "Look, Daddy, how did Miss Renee know that I love peace signs?" There's the reward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
sure.
the reason why you volunteer.
Every day, yeah.
Robert, tell us some of your story. I know it could be long and in depth, but how you got involved and what was your situation?
Well, a couple of years ago, I was homeless. And, I wasn't living in the woods, but I was literally staying on someone else's couch. My stuff was in storage. But anyway, I became disabled. And I had run into some problems, and I ended up taking out one of those car title loans. And I was having problems meeting my bills and all that. And a lady over at Lone Star Clinic recommended me to over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Miss Renee my story and telling her about this car loan that was just killing me. I was over 200% interest.
Oh, my word.
It was horrible. And I had not even met Eva yet. I was just telling Renee.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes this little Swedish woman running into the room. And she goes, "I hate those places." And she looked me square in the eye and she goes, "Will you pay me back?" And I said, "Sure." That afternoon, she paid off my truck. And I'm fortunate to say this coming the 3rd of May, or the 3rd of April, I will have paid back my entire loan at no interest.
Great.
Then that's when I got. Then I started seeing what they do, and I'm like, I'm sitting home every day. I don't do anything, because I'm disabled. Well, you know what? Now I get up every day. I have purpose in life again. I have something to look forward to every day, and and I never know what's going to happen. I walk in the door. Oh, this man needs to go here. Will you run them to the Social Security office, or will you take them over to the Salvation Army? And then there are those days that, day after day, they're getting people back into a home and a fresh start and a new start. And here we are. You walk away from that family going, wow, wasn't that neat? Yeah. Or you just deliver somebody a mattress. Just a mattress, and I think, or you give them clothes or a brand new pair of shoes. Mm-hmm. It's so rewarding. And a lot of people that help me are homeless. And they actually will ask me, they say, why do you do this? And then we'll take somebody a mattress. Yeah. And they always, I can't begin to tell you or make you understand how they say, thank you. Thank you so much. We're helping, there's a couple here, and they have 4 kids. And I was with them yesterday afternoon, and they're working desperately trying to get them a place to live and everything. And, everybody always says, everybody is so nice up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, they are.
Eva and Renee and Kelly and Joan, what these ladies do is just unbelievable when you see it.
Day
Every
after day, yeah.
day, literally day after day. And, they come in at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes they don't leave till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And this is every day.
I believe it.
This
Robert,
is
you got to know
blessing.
the reason we're not interrupting you with questions and stuff is because we're just sitting there going, oh, this is amazing. How you were telling the story so well, and especially from someone who actually you've benefited from them, but you gave back, and that's a great testament to you that you've done that. But I know that people that start volunteering, they never think they can, but once they start that, and the reward is just the feedback that you get from these people, and that you're in the right place and doing the right thing.
Cindy, the people listening to this are not the homeless people. They don't have a chance. It hopefully is stirring us all, and to think of the number of people who are in debt to finance companies like you were, who we don't know about, who are out there, and that is one of the. There's so many ways you can abuse people, but that is one way that you're going after the person who really needs help, and you're taking everything they can.
Mark, one of the hardest things that I had done since I've been doing this is I had a young couple. She was pregnant. And I took them, and he got a job, took them to get groceries, and then I had to drop them off at the woods.
Oh. Yes. Right.
I'm not going to lie. I cried.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
I did. I just, I'm like, I actually went back to the center and told Renee, I said, I don't know if I can do this anymore. This is just, oh. And like you said, we don't know how many people.
Right.
There's just not one spot in the woods. There's different places in Conroe all over town where there's 50, 60 people living in the woods.
Mm-hmm. No residence, no phone. You can't get in touch to say, we don't need you today, or we do need you. Can you work? Nothing. It's just
to get a job like that.
Right.
Well, that's and Ava said that you guys are servicing over 3,000 people that you are servicing now. Is that what you're doing now?
To me, it's more than that. Yeah. It's just unbelievable the amount of people that come through the door every day. We left, there was a full house, and more people coming in. It's just,
And that how this woman does not get overwhelmed and stays as up as she is all the time is because the people, they keep coming and coming, and you feel like, are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to be able to help this?
What blows me away is we live in the greatest country in the world.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we can't take care of our own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We don't.
You are so right. I have at times seen people getting ready to, and they ship off all this food, and they shipping so many things across the country, and I'm going like, in our backyard, we could use this. Right here, we could use this.
Exactly.
But we have so many people, that they're very tenderhearted in this area, very giving, and they want to help. They just don't know where to go, and just making people aware, and that's what we're hoping we're doing today, is making people that they're needed here.
And that's what I think one of the things that Eva talks about is, people give us things, and sometimes I'll go pick it up, and we literally turn around and give it right back away. We don't hold on to anything.
Right.
It's the simple things like silverware and dishes and bath towels and a shower curtain.
Right.
We don't think about those kind of things. And, I think about through my lifetime how much stuff I've thrown in the trash.
Oh,
and that I could have given away.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And when people, if they give it to us, they know that we're going to turn around and give it to a family that deserves it.
Yeah. And I think so many people get jaded and very skeptical about, who am I giving this to? Is this money really going to the right people? Because I don't want to give this money away and they just, pay somebody or do something that is not going to be going to where I'm putting this money in. And so we know that Ava has that.
Getting ready to get bell bit by
oh man,
time factor. And there's so much crazy. More we could say. Robert Mcalister, Ava Selleman. Oh gosh, what a work! There are so many great things they do and help they need.
The homelessservicecenter.org. Go to that website today and check out the Kentucky Derby, the rummage sale. So many things going on. And we just thank you so much. We thank you for your heart and for your service. Thank you, Ava. You are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
We'll
be back
minutes.
In a minute.
Bye.
Income tax time is here. If you earned less than $52,000 in 2013, Montgomery County United Way in Entergy, Texas, want you to know how to get your taxes prepared absolutely free. Beginning February 1st, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, known as VITA, will provide professionally trained volunteers to prepare your return in a way that is safe, free, and confidential. And they will help you see if you qualify for the Earned Income Tax Credit. That could mean up to $6,000 in your pocket and in our community. Montgomery County United Way improves lives of all our residents by mobilizing the caring power of our community. We want all our neighbors to have the opportunity to live healthy lifestyles, have access to education, and to improve your financial independence. This tax season, don't pay hundreds of dollars to have your taxes done. Locate a VITA site in Montgomery County by logging on to mcuw.org or find a site near where you live or work by calling 211. And please remember, give, advocate, and volunteer. Together, that is how we improve this.
Past it all.
And there's ways that people can help, because I can't stress enough how many people want to help. They want to help. Yeah. They just don't know the avenue to take, and that's what we're trying to do, is to give them that, is that they can make sure they can go by and visit the center. It's right there on 105 Angelic Resale. You can go by next to Angelic Resale, and it is a place where you go in there and you come away going like, okay, I've got so much. Right. And like Mark says, you feel guilty. You've got so much stuff and you're throwing away things. And now you have a place where things that you don't need, that you can give to, and money that you don't need, give to. And especially your volunteer. You can always volunteer. You you still can give of yourself, and that's okay.
Transportation, oh my goodness.
And transportation, just like Mark was saying.
Yeah.
Little things that we don't think about.
What Mark needs to do is give up a nap every once in a while and go drive somebody. By the way, rummage sale this Saturday at the Woodlands Community Presbyterian Church. I wrote down an address. It's wrong, but right here it says 4881 West Panther Creek. I know many people go to garage sales and all every Saturday or Friday religiously. This is from 7 to noon this Saturday at the Woodlands Community Presbyterian Church. A great cause, ladies and gentlemen.
And you may see a used mattress next to a Louis XIV chair.
Yeah,
you just don't know and what they have there. And that's what's so exciting about their rummage sale, which is known far and wide because of the different objects they have there that you would never expect to be at a rummage sale. So go to it, support that. And then if you can't make the Kentucky Derby in Kentucky, be sure and go to the website and find out all about how you can get tickets, how that you can be a part of that, and then today they have the free eye screening that's going to happen at 1:00.
And where is that again?
It's on 105. Right, if you'll see the Angelic Resale, it's to the right of it.
Saying that. Okay.
Yeah, it's to the right of it, and between Dollar General and Angelic Resale. Yeah, it's just exactly. Just go right in there, say hi to Mike, who's holding the clinic sign, and you can go visit, take a tour, and have them talk to you about all the things that you can get involved in. So it's a great, gorgeous, beautiful day. What a day to get involved in and do something good for somebody and make you feel better. That's what's so weird about it.
We must seize the day, ladies.
That's the way God's got it set up. You do something good for someone, and you're going to be the one that feels better. So go out and enjoy the day. Smile, make somebody else smile, and know that God loves you more than we do. Okay, God's got this. It's going to be a great day.
Mark and Cindy Show, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. We'll be here again, Lord willing.
We're gonna talk about what's going on in town. You never know who's gonna come around on the Mark and Cindy Show. Let's Mark and Cindy.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.